Hey guys, how we doing? I'll catch your comments in a sec, bear with me, folks. Hang on. Can I change the settings? There's some auto braking shit going on here. Bear with me. Braking assist off. Camera shake. We don't want camera shake. Camera shake's for noobs. Hang on, I'll catch them. Shame you can't get any DLC anymore. Yeah, I've not got any of the DLC for this, and neither have I got the bikes. Right, racing, just need a thunderstorm and an avalanche. Shouldn't have turned the servers off. Love this game. Sesame Shop. You're lucky with it. My house is like a jungle gym. Right, my family is quiet, yeah. Like nicely so. Mini map on. Opponent, paint job, whatever. I don't need to know paint jobs. Credits, audio, controls. No, I've got that stuff. Audio. We don't need that shit. Character. Resume. Now I've turned auto braking off. I'm outnumbered as well, Wayno. I'm the only bloke in the house. My kids are both girls. And obviously my wife's a woman, so I'm massively outnumbered, but yeah, my family's pretty chill, mate. I wouldn't stand for the noise and chaos, mate. I'd be like, keep your gob short or get out of the fucking house. Whoa. Oh, I hated Project Cars Party. Project Cars was boring as piss. No, no! Oh, that went last corner. I've lost on last corner. Back off. Only game at night if I want to hear it. Can you send some headphones, mate? Excuse me. Right, welcome to Driveclub. I sucked at that first race. Right, we've got a car. Wait, that's mine. Yeah, headphones, mate. And you don't have to, if you wear headphones, not only can you hear your game better, but you don't have to listen to the noise of other people. That's what I found. Oh, mate, just wear a spiky jacket. Just get a biker jacket and put loads of those metal studs in it. The kids won't jump on you then. Drive club bikes. I don't own that. I don't think I can do that. Fame, whatever. Tour, whatever. We'll just go for tour. Okay. I assume these coming soon ones I can't do. Unless it's the wife jumping on. Oh God. I'd wear bloody plate armour, me. Stop my wife jumping on me then. Hot Hatch Cup or Tamil I'm not going to pronounce that. Tamil Nadu. Okay. Let's just play it. An AMG. Okay. Might buy a Freddy Cougar outfit. There you go. Jobs are good, isn't it? We'll just go factory. You can't do much. I just wanted to have a play. I haven't played it for years. I played it when it first came out, but then I didn't. I think I probably played an hour, and then my friend played a load of it. But yeah, I've not played it since it came out, so I'm keen to just give it a go again. Yeah, it's a decent game, this, from my memory. The graphics are pretty good and everything. It's just they closed it, didn't they? They closed all the set. Oh shit, rear-ended. What was that? The new name, Freddie Wayno. Mate, if it keeps my wife off me, I'll wear razor blades for fingers, me. I don't care. I'll Freddy Krueger it. Edward Scissorhands it. Don't bother me. Look, end of the day, if she stays away from me, there's no chance of having any more kids. Okay? I've had two. That's enough for me. Any more than that, and I'll probably pull out my own hair. Snip, snip. Yeah, I'll cut my cock off instead. That'd be easier, wouldn't it? Then I'd definitely not have to worry about it coming near me. I'll go straight after Sir Kid. What, you cut your dick off as well, Wayno? But no, in all seriousness though, I don't want any more kids. I couldn't deal with it. My youngest, she's 5 and she's enough stress as it is. I don't need any more stress. Might as well. It'll be easier. Then missus will never come near you again. You know, you'll get left alone in peace and quiet. That's how I see it. Corner penalty, give over. Well, see, when my kids get to that age, Parky, they'll be gone. As soon as my youngest hits 16, that's it. You're done. You're cut off. You get a job. You find your own way in life. That's how I see it. Right, so we've got that car leveled up a little bit. Hot Hatch Cup or Mountain Dash? Mountain Dash, let's just go for that, okay? Ooh. John Cooper Works Mini. What's the brake horsepower? 215 versus 207 in the Beetle. Anybody who drives a Beetle, I feel, especially a man, if any man drives this car, they need putting on a list, right? I'm not a firm believer in men driving these cars either, but we're going to go with the better looking of the two. On here without kids or married. Hey, it's not a bad thing. Hey, let's see how this Mini copes with the race. I'm pretty happy. That's all that matters. You don't need kids and a wife to be happy. What happened then? I don't know what you mean, Parky. I don't know what happened. I've been married a little tiny bit over 6 years at this point, and I love my wife too, but I'd also love someone more if they came and took her away. The stream went off and on. Not on my end, it didn't, Parky. Well, then I don't know. It seemed fine still my end. Right. Yeah. Stop ramming me. It is great commitment. Telling me. I mean, Sony have stuck to making PlayStations for over 30 years now, so to be married for that amount of time definitely is a commitment. I doubt I'll make it to 30 years married, mostly just because I'll probably die before then, to be honest. 6 years, 6 years to me, yeah, that's not bad. I doubt I'll make 30 though. I'll probably be dead before then. Got married in 2009. Ooh, Audi A1 Quattro. Nice. Not that that matters. Let's just see what we unlock next, eh? Parky. Yeah, I've already got a semi-black eye as it is this one. So what's another one, eh? Right, time trial. 252. We're going for the all-wheel drive. 252 horsepower A1 Quattro. That'll do. Is it only available in two bloody colours, is it? Oh, it's only available in white for some reason. Okay. Make a perfect husband to any lady. If you're cooking, put yourself out there. Get yourself out on Tinder and what's the other dating apps and stuff. It's easy, isn't it, when you do it that way? It looks all white. Oh, white, oh, white, oh, white. Well, I got round corner. Not exactly nice and tidy, but I got round it nonetheless. Nice bit of understeer for the car there. Hey ho, Phantom, I'll read your message in a sec, mate. Sorry. Screen concentrating here, so I'll get to it in a sec. Might see a blonde on it. Well, there's a lesson for you, mate. Don't go for blondes. Gameplay goes first. Yeah, man, I'll get your comment shortly, I promise. Oh crap. Don't let that one catch up, let's go. Been alive since 1996. All I remember of 1996 was playing shitloads of PlayStation with my friends and Euro 96 when we beat Scotland. Oh dear, that didn't go so well. PlayStation friend, yeah, man. You're not an English lad, are you? So you won't have been bothered about the football. Can't remember '96. Where were we at there? Awesome looking game. How are we doing, Phantom? Yeah, yeah. This game does look amazing for its age. What was it? 2014 or something? This game. I mean, if only Sony supported it more, it might have, done more. But I know they pumped a load of DLC out and then just went, right, that's enough now. Right, that's the Volkswagen challenge, and I ain't doing that if it's a Beetle only. Volkswagen. Let me just check. How do I unlock that? Oh, I need to connect to the server. Okay, so I'm kind of forced into using this absolute pish Volkswagen because I can't stand Volkswagen. Anyway, well, yeah, there we go. I can't find me weird. She said, "Don't find me weird, as I have a life-size Mr. Bean." Nice. Life-size Mr. Bean cardboard cutout. That's what you need. That's what we're all missing in life, right? Right, so they're all racing in mostly better car, like they're all racing in Golfs. Okay. So I'm in this dog shit fucking Beetle. Seeing you didn't buy the bike DLC. Oh, if you want to play motorbikes, just play Burnout Paradise. It's got motorbikes in it. To be fair, before they shut the server down to this, they should have just made all the DLC free and accessible to everyone, you know, rather than just completely terminating the game off like that. I agree that Beetle. It does, doesn't it? Look at the state of it. Friggin' Beetle. You have to off your nut to want to drive one of these. Garage getting some works done. Fuck me, I couldn't wait to give it back. It was such a woeful bag of shit to drive. With how the weather changes. Yeah, the weather effects in this game still look great. I mean, I haven't had rain proper yet, but I'm sure we will at some point soon. To exit, select finish event via the pause menu. Right, there we go. I got all 3 times. That was easy, even though I crashed loads. But I am on the easiest level, so got to build up that way, haven't we? Munar Rally, another Volkswagen race. Oh, for God's sake, what's we bloody head up the Volkswagen's arses? Hot Hatch Cup. Play, what can I choose from? Right, so I can't have that. Can't have that. And that's at driver level 6. Okay. That's a shame I have to run because that's an absolute beast. Megane RS 275 Trophy R. The R version's great. To be fair, I've not tried it. Looks like we're going with this fucking pishy Audi again. Oh dear, that was not good. Project Gotham vibes. A little bit. I'll be honest, the vibe I'm getting myself, but I'm gonna just connect it to a PS1 game here and say it feels quite a lot like Max Power Racing, if anyone's ever played that. Just the way the cars feel and the types of cars that it's got, and just the way the tracks are as well. It feels very reminiscent of Max Power Racing, sorry. Not the magazine. No, I never played it. So it's a good PS1 racer, to be fair. Yes, we did that one. Can I have some faster cars now, please? Oh, I've got another race. Yeah, I'm a massive racing game guy. I prefer racing games to anything else, any other genre. But yeah, I've played loads of the PS1 races. Some of them are absolute trash, but a lot of them are good. Get out of my way, Beetle. I haven't Wayno's daughter yet. What are you doing? Give Wayno back his controls. Arcade races. Yeah, I prefer arcade races to Sims. Although Gran Turismo is my favourite racing game, I mean, that's more Simcade though, isn't it? Need to speed the run. You know, I was considering playing that recently, Vodka. I've got it, and I really fancied playing it, but then I started streaming, and streaming PS3 titles, it's not as easy. So I've just not got around to playing it yet. I even installed it on my PS3, downloaded the update and everything. Yeah, GT is definitely the greatest. So buying a Freddy outfit. Coast to Coast, yeah, that's a good game. That's one of the few PS2 games I want that I haven't got already, is that Outrun 2006. Oh, shocking driving skills there. Yeah, the gameplay's great, and the graphics are fantastic on this. The only thing I will say is it feels like it lacks... Now, this might sound probably really dumb in a way, but you know, some races have a vibe about them, right? You could say aura, or vibe's probably the best way of putting it. But this game, I probably see why it didn't do so well all in all. It's probably because it feels like it lacks a vibe. It lacks soul, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? I mean, outside of that, the game's great. It just feels very sterile. Like, there's no character. If any of this makes sense to you, I'm probably chatting absolute wobble here, but that's just how I'm feeling with it at the minute. It's maybe because the race music's turned off, because there's a lot of copyright music on it and I don't want to get copyright struck. But yeah, I mean, music shouldn't be the thing that gives the game a character, you know. It should have something. It just feels very I've seen it before, if you know what I mean. That's probably the best way I could describe how I feel this. The graphics are great, don't get me wrong, and it handles really well, but I just feel like it's missing something. Maybe when this was active. Oh, nice. Maserati MC. Yes, the Renault Clio RS. Now you're talking. Yeah, I just feel like it's missing something. Forza Horizon. I've not played Forza Horizon, so I can't comment on that, to be honest. Oh, so I get it. So I can't move into the faster cars, which is what I want to do, until oh, wow, there's loads of events. British supercars. Yes, mate, give me an Aston Martin. Right, so we're just got to progress through these until we can unlock it. Right, I get it. One more rally. It's a shame I can't have that one. Or that one. Clio RS, 197 at 1217. 197 at 1.2. You know what? That's a shame. I'm gonna have to just go for that. Team Porsche. Oh, as a Brit, I can never agree to Porsche. Never in a million years. Give me an Aston Martin or a Jaguar any day. Midnight Club LA. Is LA the dub edition one? Pretty sure it isn't Midnight Club 3 dub edition. Yeah, no worries, Wayno. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Have I played The Crew? I've never played The Crew 1 or 2, but I do have The Crew Motorfest on the shelf at the side of me. But I stopped playing that as well because, I don't know, just the festival style of racing games has been done to death with Forza, and The Crew, it just felt like, I don't know, like with Ubisoft just copying Playground games at that point. That's what I felt, like it was just a copy and paste. But I've only ever played Forza Horizon 1, and I loved that one. That was great. And then I played 2, and I hated Forza Horizon 2. And I've not been back to a Forza game since then. And I know I'm probably missing some good games, but... Whoa! Keep going! Dub Edition was PSP. No, it was PS2. I remember playing that round at a friend's of mine, Dub Edition. I think Dub Edition Remix is the one on PSP. Oh, Midnight Club LA was on PS3. Right, Dub Edition's PS2. No, I've not played. I've got one of them on PS3. Don't know which one it is though. Now then, Spider-Man, how are we doing? Forza 6 gets a physical. I doubt it, Dan. Most Microsoft games, it's pointless in being released physical when they're not putting all 100 gig of data into the game disc at all. You're only putting a small key on the disc, you know. Forza Horizon 4 based in UK. Yeah, I'd imagine that was shit as well, because let's be honest, the UK is good for some things, but a racing game set in UK, I don't know. What was it? Traffic light simulator, parking simulator or something. But I don't know. I just didn't like number 2. I didn't like Forza Horizon 2, so I can't comment about any of the other ones after that. Pothole dodging. Yeah. Driving from Scotland to UK. Scotland's in UK, dude. What do you mean? Microsoft Forces account. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm not giving yet another company my personal details when they don't need my personal details for me to play a game. You know what I mean? I'll give PlayStation. I've given PlayStation my details. I don't need to give Microsoft them too. I saw something about Test Drive Unlimited there. I'll respond to that comment in a sec. I know Test Drive Solar Crown is free on PS Plus at the minute. Is that any good? I've not played that one. Microsoft better on games than Steam or PS5. Yeah, that's no. Test Drive Unlimited was good. Yeah, that was a PS3 and 360 title, right? I'm pretty sure I've got it somewhere here because I actually played it not that long ago. Microsoft Live for even then, you know. Yeah, I'm not giving another bloody big tech company my personal details. Why do they need it for me to play a game? It's like I don't understand Gran Turismo 7, right? It's a single player game unless you want to play online, right? And because of that, even if you disconnect the game from the internet, you can only play Music Rally. You can't play the single player campaign unless you're connected to the internet. Why? Why do I need to play single player content? It's a joke. So again, I'm sticking with the firm adage that modern gaming is on its way out, right? PlayStation putting the PS5 prices up by an insane amount 6 years into the console's lifespan when the PS6 is going to be out in less than 2 years. But they're putting the PS5 up to, what, 200 quid more than it was when it first came out? That's an absolute joke. And then you've got games like I got fed up with that RoboCop recently because it was boring as shit. It was the same like 6 enemies, you know, that I was fighting, just palette swaps. That was literally it. And that is all that RoboCop game was. The same enemies over and over and over again. And then the same enemies, just with slightly more health, over and over again. There's no semblance of challenge when it's like that, and it's just not entertaining. There was so much combat in that game. You were killing people so much that it actually got boring because it's just you're repeating the same thing over and over again. I mean, at least. And I know some games, you can say, oh, well, racing games, you're just racing around the track hours and hours. I get it, I do. But, like, as someone who prefers racing games, for me personally, there's something about shaving 1/100th of a second off of your best times. Like Gran Turismo licensing, for example, Ask Goblin. He'll tell you, you know, there's just something nice about achieving that in racing games, whereas shooting games, I can, instead of shooting someone in the head from 20 yards, I can get it from 25, 30. You know, for me, modern gaming is done. I won't be buying any next-gen console. Never in a million years will I buy another next-gen console, especially when you think PlayStation 5's 6 years old this year, right? And what have we got in terms of quality content for it? Just look at the games the PS4 had, the Sony first-party titles, right? Look at the games the PS4's had in its lifespan, and then look at what PS5's had, sorry. I mean, shit, even on PS3, we got 2 Grand Theft Autos, 2 Gran Turismos, you know, and we've had 1 Gran Turismo on PS5. We haven't had a new Grand Theft Auto since 2013, 2014, whenever it was. Yeah, fuck GTA 6. I ain't interested in that shit. But, you know, gaming is just ridiculous now. the budgets to make games is hyperinflated. Like the fact that games cost 200, 300, 400 million to make, and then they say, oh, we have to pay 70 quid a game to make that money back. How's about just stop paying people so much money? You know, put someone in charge of budgeting and finance and say, right, if a game costs 200 million to make, I want to know where every single cent of that 200 million has gone. Do you know what I mean? I mean, games should not cost 200 million to make, right? I'm not being funny, but once you buy a computer, PC, and the software required to manufacture games, you've got it, right? You buy it, you've bought it, you've got it, right? So you're just paying for the staff that have done it. You're paying their wages. Do these people who are doing just a job need to be paid 50, 60, 70 grand a month? Do they bollocks? And then that's the sort of shit that we pay for down the line. Yeah, like Mind's Eye, for example. Or a load of shit. Yeah, that money for those games is ridiculous. Modern gaming is bad. Creatively bankrupt games. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, just look how many remasters we've had. And I know Sony said that they've got a big bucket of games they can dip into to remaster. I think they were on about like Sony own, and they've done jack shit with since the PS3 era. Like, they could quite easily go, right, we're going to remaster all these, chuck them out the door. They'll make shitloads of money from doing it, but in the same vein, they're not going to bring enough fans in, people into the whole loop of it all, just because there's nothing there. There's nothing new. There's no creative thinking, you know, anymore. It's like people are scared to take risks. Like, game developers are scared of taking risks. If you look at the PS1, the PS2, and then maybe the PS3 was the last of the experimental risk-taking sort of game development, you know. Now it's all about pleasing those men who wear suits just because they've got loads of money but they've never done an actual real hard job in their life. I'm just rich and I'm an investor. You have to please me. Fuck off. You know, you don't make good games by pleasing men in suits, right? Especially the old fuckers who don't even know what games are or how to play the fucking things. I mean, I don't want to get into political nonsense, but by pandering to a certain demographic, you're going to upset the rest, right? And at the end of the day, when it comes to games, the people developers should be pleasing are gamers, okay? The likes of myself, the likes of you guys watching me. We're the only people that developers should be pleasing. You don't need to please the person in a suit, because if you please the gamers will show up, they'll buy the product, and you'll make money. You know, if you make a good product and it sells well, then the backers of said product, not only do you get a good reputation off the back of a good product, like, you know, you'll get a good reputation for delivering a good product. So yeah, you get a good reputation and you're going to earn. You gain the trust of the gamers, you give them what gamers want. You don't do that, and then you end up with scenarios where studios get shut down left and right. Happens all the bloody time at the minute, doesn't it? So there's no one's going to win, right? Gamers are the ones that should be winning at the end of it all. And the companies are there to provide us with a service. Because at the end of the day, if that service is shit, you're not going to buy it, right? If the service has been put in front of you, is top notch and it's some quality shit, you, me, everyone else who's into this hobby are going to dip into our pockets and spend, right? You keep feeding us dog shits on a plate, you ain't gonna get my money, you know? I mean, I'm just waffling at this point, chatting absolute fucking bollocks. But I just don't see a positive direction for the gaming industry with how it's currently going. Like, you know, games consoles used to go down in price, especially 6 years into the console's lifespan. Not up, you know. The PS5's what? one and a third, one and I don't know, 2/5 or whatever more expensive now than it was when it first came out. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I feel bad for younger ones as well. But then you think about it, these younger ones, all they're interested in is frigging skibidi toilet and fucking TikTok and all the other bullshit that's around there. They're not bothered about gaming these days. They've got games on the tablets and on the phones, haven't they? Oh, fucking hell. That's terrible. So rate modern gaming from 0 to, I assume 0 to 10 without pausing the game. If that's what you mean, I'd say modern gaming is a solid 4. It's below average, right? It's below middle ground. There's nothing positive I can say. Just Google it, Gareth, if you want to know what it is, mate. It's just brain rot shit that kids watch on YouTube and TikTok and crap. Oh god, I suck at this track. Come on, let's focus. But yeah, modern gaming, I know a lot of people seem to think that modern gaming is going to collapse. And I know I'm probably on the verge of saying it many a time myself. I honestly don't think it is, because there's too much money in it. Right? You think of every year, Activision release yet another Call of Duty game, right? Every single year that Call of Duty game gets less and less in the way of quality than the previous years, right? But the game still sells millions of copies. Same as FIFA. FIFA hasn't innovated for fucking over 15 years at this point, right? All it ever is slight increase in graphics and modern kits and teams. There's no innovation. It's just yet another churn it out yearly, let's just rake in the profits kind of game, like Call of Duty is, right? While those games exist, and games like Fortnite, that absolutely churns kids' brains into mush, Roblox, which is riddled in pervs and nonsense, and then you've got Minecraft, which is also an absolute pathetic excuse for a game. But while those games exist, modern gaming is going to go nowhere. And a lot of this started with the push for live service. Everybody wants a piece of that Fortnite pie. Look at PlayStation, they've put millions into games that are flopping left, right and centre. What was the one that closed down? Marathon, right? It lasted, not Marathon, sorry, that's the newest one, Concord. It lasted, what, a week? And then they pulled the plug and gave everyone their money back. That cost Sony like $400 million, that game. And it came out, it flopped, they gave everyone the money back, and they just had to write off $400 million of game and development time, right? That's a live service chase that no one asked for. No one in the game who was into gaming asked for that shit. Not a single person. And now they've gone and released, let's be honest, it's Bungie now, that PlayStation own them, they've gone and released this Marathon game, right? I haven't looked at how the performance of the game is going in terms of like Steam user base and stuff, but Marathon's probably going to fall apart soon, and then that's another 300-400 million Sony have basically lost down pan. I mean, at this point, they're basically chucking $1 billion down pan just to chase a live service model that not a single person who plays PlayStation games has asked for. Ark. No, Ark's an old one at this point, isn't it? But, you know, Sony could make so much money by simply going, right, we're going to bring out a new Infamous game, right? Everybody wanted another Infamous game, and we never got one. Fuck me, I'm going to use this bag of shit again. We didn't... I'm just looking at PS3 games on here. I can't think of anything that off the top of my head, being all honest, but, you know, PlayStation have got a lot of IPs they could Looking forward to Pragmata. Oh God, I don't trust Capcom, mate. Not at all. You know, does anybody remember what Capcom did with... they teased Dino Crisis character, Regina, her with red hair. They teased her in a trailer for a game, and everyone thought it was going to be a new Dino Crisis game, and it turned out to be some dollop game called Exo Primal. Yeah, I don't trust Capcom. I won't trust Capcom as far as I could fucking throw them. And I don't know how far I could throw them. Now then, Great White Sharky, I know you did pass a comment there a minute ago. I will catch it in a sec. Sorry, folks. I've just been ranting a little bit about modern gaming stinking and how little faith I have in game development these days. It's like I said before, I don't want to bring politics into my chatting, but when you've got game developers that are pushing agendas, let's just say, okay, they're pushing agendas that every game has to be inclusive and it has to have a certain amount of characters of colour or of certain persuasions, let's just say, right? Gaming doesn't need that shoved into it. Politics should be kept out of it. Gaming is escapism, right? We don't need to be reminded of the stupidity of left-wing nutters that in our video games, do you know what I mean? I just think gaming should be how it was back in the 90s and the 2000s. Experimental. Give the players what they ask for. You know? That's all they need to do. Just listen to the gamers and just put like Sony could just come out with a survey. What game do you want us to make? And we'll look at the feasibility of it. Days Gone 2, you'll print money with a Days Gone 2. Resistance Trilogy HD remaster, and then maybe a fourth Resistance game. Print money. Another Infamous game. Oh yeah, that'll print some money. Another Gran Turismo game that's not a shit one like Gran Turismo 7. Oh yeah, that'll print money also. You know, Sony have got so many IPs that they've sat. Killzone, there's another one they sat on and they're doing jack shit with. God of War, do something more with that. Last of Us, do that, the online game, the factions thing. That probably would have printed money, but they pulled the plug on that for some stupid reason. It's like, for me, modern gaming is done. I will not buy a PS6 when it comes out, and if my PS5, this one I'm using now, if it dies and I can't fix it myself, I ain't buying a replacement. I mean, yeah, I've got 2 others, but they're in boxed, sealed, brand new, because I'm not breaking the seal on them because they're special edition ones. I'm just collecting there for my collection purposes, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'm not chucking what, 800 quid for a PlayStation Pro. What that? Well, anyone who chucks 800 quid at Sony after these price rises for something like that needs their head reading. There's not enough games warrant spending that sort of money. And I know that Pragmata, for example, does look good, but I guarantee it's just your hands are being held. It's not a game, it's an interactive movie. Like all of PlayStation's first party games have been recently. You're not really playing the game plays itself. You just press buttons. That's Last of Us 2 is a prime example of that. You're barely fucking playing the game. There's more cutscenes and talking than anything else. Sorry, it's so very. That's it, Sharky. They don't need to be, do they? Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like I was looking on CEX's app today, right? Because I had 129 quid voucher to use. And I'm looking, right, games that I want versus games that I know I will play. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to just buy the one PS1 game I wanted from them. And then I'm just going to buy my kid Switch game, because she'll get more entertainment out of that. Because I'm not... Look, I'm here playing a 14, 15, however old this game is. How old's this game? 12, 13 years? Something like that. I'm playing an old PS4 game on the PS5. When the PS5 is used just for playing PS4 games, you know there's not enough good games on PS5, right? Oh, the carrier bag's floating across the track, by the way. That just caught my eye. That looked good. Yeah, they're still youngest playing Switch. Both of them play it, mate. Vodka. Both of them play it. My youngest, she's really into all the. Well, she's only 5, so you can imagine she's only into all the kiddie stuff. Um, but my eldest, she's into like Pokemon and what else is the Animal Crossing? Is that the right thing? I think that's the one. But yeah, I've spent 30 quid buying the kids a game instead of something I wanted. Just because I look at it and I'm like, will it sit on shelf for weeks before I get around to playing it? And if the answer's yeah, then no. Zelda, I don't know if my eldest has ever played a Zelda game. And that's a bit of truth for you, Vodka. I've never played a Zelda game. My mate played one on the N64, the first one that came out on N64. What is it? Ocarina of Time, is that one called? Or something like that. My mate played that back in day, and I thought it looked shit. I was never into Zelda games at all. I mean, it might be good. I just have vivid memories of hating how the one on the N64 looked. Breath of the Wild, see. I don't know anything about any Zelda games other than that I briefly watched a mate back in the 90s play one on N64. Yeah, PS5 has basically just been a faster loading PS4 for me, and the odd few PS5 games I've played. I mean, I've not played Dark Souls or Returnal or any of the other first-party games. I've played Ratchet and Clank, Last of Us 1 and 2. But that's about it, really. Well, I can't even think of any other PS5 exclusive. Oh, Astro Bot, I played that. Yeah, Yusu. Yotai is decent. I've not played it yet. I mean, I've got Ghost of Tsushima. I got it recently. Same as Death Stranding on PS5. But I haven't played them just yet. But I will eventually. But I don't want to play Yotai until I've done the first one, you know. You miss Steam sales. Oh, KCD2. KCD2 I must get. KCD2's good. Don't get me wrong. But I'll be honest, I got bored because I think I've done like 80 hours of running around, and I just turned it off after a while. I got fed up, and I'm just like, I'll revisit this at some point in future. But then it's been that long since I played it now. I kind of feel like if I go back to it, I'll have to just start the damn game again because I have no idea what I was doing in it. Right, so the rookie trophy before. I hope once I've done this, the game gets better. Because I'll be honest with you guys, with this game, right? This game lacks soul. There's no soul to this game, right? Like I mentioned a bit ago. Graphically, yeah, it looks nice, yeah? Wrong chat there, Phantom. yeah, this game, it looks nice, right? And it plays well enough, but it just lacks soul. I can't think of any other way to describe what I mean. But yeah, I hope the game picks up when I get faster cars. Because the slower cars, the selection was abysmal. What? Shitty Beetle, this shitty little Audi A1, a Clio RS, and a Mini. You know? Where's the Fords? Where's the Vauxhalls? You know? Where's the fun cars? Insta Streets Rage 3. Well, you see, the servers were technically the death of this game, considering it was supposed to be an online, connected, social game, as it were. But still, it should still have enough work about it to not have to rely on that one thing. If it relies on the internet to make it something, then it's nothing in my mind. Like, prime example, any racing game on PS1 or PS2, a lot of them have character, whether they're good or bad, but they didn't need the internet to give it a character, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm probably just chatting pure shit at this point, and I'm just being negative towards the game, but I just feel like it's not got character. Wreckfest 2 comes out end of this month or end of April. If it's end of April, then I'll be getting that for sure. If it's end of this month, it can fucking wait. I've got enough games in my mind I want to play as it is. Ridge Race is a neglected series. Yeah, it is. We could do a new end of this month. So what, like 2 days? I assume that'll be digital only for if it comes out in 2 days, because I've not heard it coming out that soon. Simpson. See, now I can't agree with that, purely because I don't like Simpsons anymore. I haven't liked Simpsons since I was maybe 10, 12. But yeah, I didn't like it and run. But it's just I'm not into Simpsons, so that's my vibe. Not sure about physical. Now then, Daniel, how are we doing, mate? Didn't they release an insane amount of DLC packs for this game? I believe so, yeah. And then stripped them all off a PlayStation Store, so you can only play the base game, which is just stupid in my mind. What they should have done is just made all the DLC as part of an update pack. So when you install the game and you update it to version 1.28 or whatever it was when I installed it, they could have just made that version the one that included all the DLC. They would, you know, rather than just remove it and make it lost media, which is exactly what it is, it's just lost media now. You could have just put it all into an update and gone, yeah, anyone who wants to play it now can play all this for free. Prince of Persia being teased, and they were going to do a remake, weren't they, of Sands of Time. They probably binned it, mate, because Ubisoft can't be trusted. Just like most game devs these days, Ubisoft, well, they didn't get positive. There weren't many positives about the last Assassin's Creed game, was there? So, I mean, I've not played it yet. I'm just going off what I've read about it. So, I could be in the wrong, but I've heard it's not very good. It fell off after Black Flag. Yeah, they did milk it. They went from releasing it yearly, and then people got bored of it, and then they had like a 2-year break, and then they came back and they just started releasing them yearly again. It's like, you don't learn, do you, Ubisoft? Trying to be EA and Activision releasing the same fucking game every 12 months. It gets tedious, right? There's just no need for it. Black Flag was a good one, but the problem is they've got a remake for Black Flag coming out, right? Why remake just that one? Why not remake the worst one in the entire fucking series, the first one? Oh, hang on. Uncharted 5 would be awesome. It would, but the problem is if you've seen the end of Uncharted 4, you'll understand if I were with concerns for an Uncharted 5, right? If anybody's into South Park, put a chick in it and make her gay. The Kathleen Kennedy piss tech. That'll be what Naughty Dog do. Neil Druckmann, he leans this way, let's just say. Crash 4, no good. There's some place Shadows and he thought it was good and he got Shadows. I'll play the DLC for Still Wakes. I enjoyed it. I'm not usually one who buys DLC. I'm quite keen to get into playing that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't mind giving it a go. Just better give it a high replay value. Yeah, that's it, Phantom. What's point in, like, The Last of Us, the first one, fucking loved it. Second one, I was proper excited for it. And then the first hour of the game, the fucking spoilers if you've not played a game of this age by now, it's your own fault, not mine. But killing off the main character that made the game great and replacing that character with fucking Ellie, what a bag of shit. Now then, Lucky Strike, how we doing? You alright? You've just joined me on a bit of a rant. But yeah, where you play the rest of the game as Ellie and that fucking big muscle-bound meathead lady, whatever her name is, Abby. What the fuck was he thinking? You know? You could have still made a great game and not killed off Joel. Right? If anybody's not played The Last of Us 2 after all these years, that's on them, not me. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, to do what they did was just silly. And now if they ever want to make a third Last of Us, who the fuck's going to buy it? You know? Who wants to trust Neil fucking Druckmann of all fucking game developers after what he did? Especially when you saw the trailers for Last of Us 2 before it came out, and it had Joel getting in Ellie's mouth, and then in the game it's actually what's that Asian kid in the game? I forget his name. The Korean kid, I forget his name in the game. But it's him. And then it turns out, yeah, it weren't going to be Joel because they fucking have him killed off in the most unceremonious way. Now then, old Rob, how we doing? Yeah, it just don't make sense to me, man, why game developers think, you know what, I've got political bias of an absolute cucumber, so I'm going to put my political beliefs into a video game. So that's what people want to spend all their hard-earned money on, is some fucking else's idiot, some other idiot's fucking diary. You know what I mean? A la Dragon Age the Veilguard. A game so shit and sold so badly that it killed the development team. BioWare are as good as done now, right? If they ever get Mass Effect out, the next Mass Effect game out the door, I would be amazed if that weren't riddled in fucking pandering woke nonsense. There's just no need for it. The Last of Us. Hey, we'll do another remaster. It's been, what, about 6 months since we got the last remaster, so we could do another one at some point, right? DEI purposes, yeah. No one asked for it, right? All we want is just a good product. We don't need politics in games. I mean, shit. The amount of games that have come out this past 2 years that have been absolutely shit, you know? Gone muffled? Have I? Have I gone muffled? Nothing's changed my end. Which is hopefully that political not will fade out. Yeah, I hope so too, old Rob, right? The political pandering in video game development is just an unnecessary thing. Because these wokies don't buy video games. They don't play video games. Do you know what I mean? They just want to push their beliefs onto other people. That's all they want. Just the volume. Apologies, I've not done anything different. I'm just using the PlayStation 4 camera. I'm probably going to just have to invest in a decent microphone. But I don't know a decent microphone that works on PS5. I'll have to try and have a look and find one. As they still want 30 quid for Veilguard. I'm woke and play video games. But how woke are you, Daniel, is the problem. Is the question, should I say, not problem. Question. Do you have blue hair, your septum piercing, and walk around the street with Palestine flags, but you don't know where Palestine is on the map? I assume you're not like that, right? The game sound and voice volume are both clear, though. Oh, no idea. It might not be my end, then. I don't bloody know. Oh, we got some new cars. All right, 360, 320. All this left-right stuff is distraction from what's going on. Yeah, it is, in all honesty. I mean, these people waving flags walking down the street, banging the pots and pans, what good are they going to do? You know? But then, what good am I doing about it, complaining about it on internet? Fucking nothing. So it's best just us not to bother, right? I once tied my hair back. Am I triggered by anyone around? All the problems worldwide, and Palestine gets an odd amount of special attention. Yeah, why? Why does it, right? It's a shitty little desert country in the middle of frigging desert, you know? There's nothing there of any value, really, is there, apart from oil, I guess. Right, now do I go for a rear-wheel drive BMW? Or do I go for a four-wheel drive V8 Audi? So it's Audi or BMW. What should we go for? The red one or the blue one? The red car and the blue car had a race. BMW, good shout. You first man in. Oh, where's that burnt orange colour? There we go. V8. I've already gone BMW now, folks. I'll do V8 next. Finally, some faster cars. I want to make people choose. Rear wheels, proper driving. Yeah, it sure is. We're going to just cut the corner like a bad boy. Why not? Oh, I didn't get all of that on there. I'll read that in a sec, sorry. Fucking hell, this car handles like absolute shit. Can I quit and change car? Quit, that car is terrible. It doesn't handle well. I don't think you can change the... how do I exit it? We're just going to do this race in Scotland. Fuck it. We're going to do that. And we're going to use this. Yeah, fuck politics. Yeah, for sure, man. Fuck politics. It's not Wreckfest. I know. Brings memories of a Milky Way. Yeah. You need some Vorsprung technique, matey. That's it. But if I remember rightly, um, four-wheel drive Audis are prone to understeer. A mate of mine had one of these, and I drove it, and it understeered like a motherfucker. Full, like you could pretty much put full lock on, and it'll still go forwards. I know this is just a game, though, but I guarantee this suffers with the same problems. Besides, if you want a fast car, buy a Volvo. That's what I did. Oh yeah, understeer like crazy. V40, no mate, V70, proper car, V70R design. I do want an 850R, but if you know what an 850R is, you'll know how expensive they are these days. Fucking hell, it's like driving a bloody sailboat. Oh, you're off, Gareth. Thank you for dropping in, mate. Nice. You just need that meme of that guy. Nice. Yeah, Volvo's what I chose just for safety of children, you know. You don't get much safer than a Volvo, right? Oh, why? Get good volume from engine at front of car, V8 monster, and then at back it just sounds like a canoe. Big teacher car on steroids. Danger. Yeah, man. Oh, night. Hey, no worries, vodka. I'll be been off in a bit anyway because I want to go and chill out for a bit before bed. I haven't played Driveclub in VR, Daniel, but thank you for dropping in, vodka. Anyway, yeah, I've not played this in VR. I wouldn't mind giving it a go. So, to be honest, I wouldn't mind whipping out my PS4 VR and giving it a dabble again. It's been a while. Sparked up? What? I'll read that in a second, sorry. There's quite a long message there for me to read, apologies. I'll get to it in a sec. Whoa, look at that, he held it like an absolute animal. Not that time. Concentrating on these guys behind me. full cockpit cam. I normally play them in bumper cam, but I kind of like the cockpit cam on this. It's pretty good. Right, that's them. The Sun Metro today, proper battered, no idea how it passed the MOT. Jesus, I don't think there's many M-Reg Metros left that haven't turned into brown dust these days, is there? Oh, no, I didn't see it spark, no. Just cockpit view. I don't play in bonnet view. Yeah, I prefer bumper cam, so all you see is just the road. Yeah, the physics are pretty good, and yes, there is damage. I don't think the damage is to the extreme of pieces falling off. And it's just cosmetic damage that happens, really. It's not like full mechanical damage and stuff. I think one more race. We'll do one more race, yeah. A hot lap. A drift. Should we do a drift race? Or best of British? What do we get to race in a best of British? The Lotus Evora. Yeah, we're doing this. The best of British. We're doing this. A Lotus time. A Metro. A Metro would be funny, right? What colour should we have the Lotus in? I think the silver. We're doing the silver. Another week off, Parky. Get hell, mate. The V8 Metro. Yellow. They weren't a yellow colour. A V8 Metro. Now that sounds like something you'd find in Max Power magazine back in the 90s, right? Hang on with the comments, guys. Sorry, I will get to them. Oh, fuck me. What an overtake. That were a race. Alright, let's concentrate now. Oh, that wasn't very good concentration, was it? Oh. Oh, excuse me, I'm still not very well, so yeah, I sound awesome. Whoa. Oh, yes, what a drift. I saw something about eBay in the comments there. I will catch it in a sec, folks. Oh, I've well and truly destroyed it. Oof. Oh, I got a penalty for cutting a corner that I couldn't avoid. Also, back when you were selling on eBay, was your account ever set to a business account, or was it always private? And Rarities set his account to business. Um, I don't know who that is, Spider-Man, but mine was always private. Never set it to business because they take more money off you when you're a business, and don't you have to basically log those your earnings with Taxman and stuff? And then text from eBay. Oh, old Rob, were you doing a video, a live or something? Sorry if you were, old Rob. I apologise. I didn't see that. Right, we're going to do one more event. I'm going to do this drifting event. Okay. I want to have a little see what the drifting's like in this game. Where was it? Spiker drift. Nah, we don't want to do it in a spiker. Norwegian drift. We're going to do some drifting in a BMW. Yeah, you were playing Oblivion, right? My bad. I'll tune in next time, mate. I see you on. I didn't. But to be fair though, I wasn't on YouTube at all from when I was streaming earlier to streaming this time. I was having food and socializing with family. Score points in the drift zones. Okay, let's see how I get on with drifting. Oh god, drifting is not good. It does not feel good in this game at all. That did not feel nice. Can't get into all the dungeons identical. No, it's only like Skyrim. I couldn't really get into that because it just felt like I was walking into the same place every time I played it. Right, did I do it? Yay, I did it. Drifting in this game is arse. I hope it gets better when you get better cars. We're going to do one more. We'll do that spiker drift and see if it's just that car or if it's just the drifting in this game doesn't feel good. Thankfully, drifting doesn't seem to be a massive part of the game. You love the atmosphere. Wow, with Oblivion, wasn't expecting anything. You don't really tell. Well, I'll set an alert so when you go live next time, I get an alert for it. Right, what colour can we have this spiker in? Oh, I've already chose the colour. We're going for this aubergine colour. Why you'd have a spiker C8 or whatever it is in aubergine is beyond me. I hate drifting in any game. Yeah, you know what? Some games just nailed the fact that drifting feels different from the racing. Oh god. Jesus, how do I restart? That was terrible. Yeah, the drifting in this is not good. Not good at all. Right, I didn't get enough score. Let's try again. Cheap BMWs for drifting. Takes me back to my youth, that does. Buying cheap fucking Mazda MX-5s and fucking shit like that just to drift around in. Did I do it that time? Ah, just by 32 points. Drifting in this game is anus. Right? I'll be straight. It sucks. Imping hose. Ridge Racer should be made. Yes! Lucky Strike's got it. A new roll cage. Although, where is it? I should be able to see it from here. And fire. If I can get it out. Make a mess of my shelves to get to it. That'll be fine. The PS4, it's basically roll cage, but minus the kick-ass soundtrack. But I might give that a go tomorrow, to be fair. I'll be honest, this is okay, but the drifting sucks. And there is no soul or character to this game other than nice graphics, and the sound is okay, but it lacks, it's very soulless. Like, look, it's, you finish, you press X a bunch of times, you finish event, you press X, oh look, I've got a new car, press X, and then it's just, oh look, the next event, press X, press X, press X. This game lacks any sort of character. There's nothing you do, you win a car, you can customize the look of it, that is it. You can't modify the cars, you can't even like in Gran Turismo, you can wash and fucking change the oil and shit. This has got no depth. There's no depth to this game. This game is what I would call a puddle, right? It's shallow as shit, and when something hotter comes out, it disappears. Does that make sense? Probably not. It might just be me chatting pure shit. But yeah, this game, for me at least, it lacks soul. It lacks depth, you know? There's nothing to this game at all. It's literally press X on next shiny little box, win the race, move on to the next. Like I've just done that spiker drift there. What next? Oh yeah, look, this valley run. You're just pressing X and then holding the accelerator, steering some corners, pressing X, rinse and repeat. This game lacks any sort of depth. That's all I can say for this game, in all honesty. And I'm not saying, I'm not hating on it. Don't think I'm hating on it. It's just there's nothing here. There's no substance to this game at all. Maybe it was better when the servers were active. Who knows? I never got to experience it to that degree, so maybe I'm just 12 years too late to play it. I don't know. Grip is 30 quid digital. Shit. Fuck that. Just buy it physically. What is it? A tenner physically? Showing servers bollocks this game. Yeah, it probably did, Parky. I mean, but then in all honesty, they should have never touted the game as an online fucking social thing. They should have just said, right, here's the game. But this is the same people that made MotorStorm, right? MotorStorm had depth, it had character, it had charm, and it didn't rely on the internet to be its bread and butter. This is the exact same company that made 3 MotorStorm games on the PS3, then released this on PS4, and then Sony shut them down. So, I don't know. You go from making MotorStorm that had everything this game doesn't to making this. There was obviously a cock-up somewhere down the line between the MotorStorm days and the Driveclub era, right? Between those 2 points in time, something very, very wrong happened. Because this is not MotorStorm, obviously, but it's not as good as MotorStorm either. I don't know, it's just me chatting shit and I'm just some fucking fat bloke on the internet. What do I know when it comes to reviewing games? All I can say is my experience, right? And my experience with this is very unfulfilling. I don't feel like I am enjoying the game. You know what I mean? I love races. I love all sorts of racing games, but this has got nothing. There's nothing to it. There's no structure. It's just a checkbox, one after other. I've done that. 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 Then I've moved on to the next. Rinse and fucking repeat for this long until you unlock all the fast cars like the Ferraris and shit, right? That's not substance. That's not game progression, really. Yeah, they're locked, but they're only locked because I have to fucking complete this trophy. Do you know? Yeah, like Luke says here. How are we doing, Luke? You all right, mate? You wanted to love the game. I wanted to like this game. I really did. I've not played it since like an hour from when it first came out, and I dropped it back then for other games, and now I've come back to this. I've maybe been way too late to come back to this party, right? But this game is a puddle, right? It's shallow. It's only there because it fucking pisses it down, and then when sun comes out, it's gone. You know, this game. There's a reason I think this game is forgotten in the eyes of most because there's just no substance to it, right? But anyway, enough of my fucking waffling and my shitty opinions because I'm not a game reviewer. I'm just a game player. But I'm done with this game. You ever gone the whole hog and got a proper wheel with pedals? Yes, Lucky Strike. I've got a Fanatec DDR1, the Gran Turismo one, with a shit. I can't remember the name of the company of the rig. I've got a proper wheel, like a proper one. It cost me, I think, for the rig, cost me about 900 quid, and the wheel, pedals, and the additional bloody sensor brakes and stuff, the brake pedals, that cost me like another 1,200 quid. So yeah, I've got a rig that owes me like $3,000 that I never use. It was late to PS4 party. I bought it 3 years down the line. I bought the Steelbook season pass a lot. Must have spent well over 100 quid on this. Oh, did you drop it as well, Luke? Because I remember I bought this day one when it came out. I played it about an hour, and I just dropped it and never came back to it until now. This is my first time playing it since an hour after playing it when it first came out. Daniel, have I seen the depth of the puddles with the roads? Yes. Yeah, to be fair, I have. But you know what I mean by like just a typical puddle on the path, right? Not a fucking crater that we have on roads. It's sat on my shelf for years. Thought it was serious. Give you a call for it. You could get a metro for that. I could have got a metro, yeah. But who wants to drive a metro? Jesus, you wouldn't want to drive one of those down here where I live. The roads are so bad here that it would definitely fall apart down here. Yeah, that's probably what I bought it for, Luke. Because they released Gran Turismo fucking 6 on the PS3 when the PS4 was already out. And I got rid of my PS3, my original PS3. I got rid of it to trade for a PS4 when the PS4 first came out. So I wasn't able to play Gran Turismo 6 for ages after that. But yeah, this was no Gran Turismo, was it? There's no progression. You just, this game, you get, when you start, you're like, right, here's your cars, go for it. There's nothing. No reason I would want a simple rig G29 pedals and a frame from Argos for 70 quid. For what it's worth, Daniel, I wish I'd have done something similar. I spent so bloody much money on the Fanatec DDR I got that, and it don't get me wrong, it's a proper premium thing. It feels weighty and it's good, but I don't use it anymore. I used it shitloads for Gran Turismo when that first came out, but I just haven't used it since. I mean, I even bought Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competition. I bought those games just for use on the rig, but I've never played them. I've just not got round to playing them. Stay away from Bolton too. Anyway, folks, um, I'm done with what's start line. Oh, okay. Oh, so I can get in some faster cars without going through this campaign, right? The Assetto Corsa is a sim. That's probably why, Parky, because it's a simulator game. It's not an arcadey one. It takes you need to be fair with Assetto Corsa, you need a wheel to play it. You can't play it with controller. I did the same sort on PS4 PS4. They should have delayed DC. Yeah, exactly. They should have put that on PS4. 100% agreed. But anyway, that's enough Drive Club for now. And I'll be honest, that's probably enough Drive Club forever. I most likely won't come back to this game. I might even install Grip on my PlayStation and play that tomorrow. But anyway, for tonight, folks, cheers for joining. As always, it's much appreciated.